looking at these lineups right now, we've got from EBLG, we got an Arms Warrior, we got Boomkin, we got BM, pretty standard there with a Wrestle Druid FC, double Shaman Priest, double Hunter, and a Rogue. So that's a very standard comp. They're going with the double Hunter look there.
The Affliction Warlock coming out from BDB here. Wow. That is ballsy. I'm going to give him that. Damn.
I like that. And take a look at this, too. Look, the other team is running 2 Shamans here. So Shamans being the only class in the bracket as a healer that can actually dispel dots, that could put a lot of pressure on EBLG here. So if Doc Leap can have an impact in this midfield, keep himself alive, keep the pressure rolling. If the fights go long, BTB is going to be in the favor. But those dispels, they just get annoying. And it's not necessarily the dots themselves that are going to eat the damage away from EBLG's health pools, but it's the elemental force that procs with them between the Boomkin and the Warlock. It's all the proc damage that's added on top of all the dot damage as well. So that's going to nullify 2 of the Shamans, Dimebeard and Shamtalk for EBLG. I got to give, man, maybe it's a little biased. I got to give my favorite. I think Gino's team is just going to pull out the win, man. I give Gino my energy, but I think BTB can give him a series for sure. The thing for me, to be completely honest with you, is I just think Feral Lord's a better FC than Spore Druid, and I've seen him Spore Druid some of these games where BTB has had to really help him out for him to have success. And I think that between the 2 FCs here in this battle tonight, I think that Feral Lord's going to give EBLG some more confidence, but we'll see how it plays out. Because we've got some strong players from BTB, like Cannabis, a longtime player, Sight, Licks, Cyber. Got a lot of people here for both teams, recognizable names, coming into the battles. We're running out the tunnels for the first game of BTB EBLG.
Well, very right you are, Chase. I'll actually put my money on BTB then, because to balance the things out here. I don't think this Affliction Warrior is going to necessarily pay off. Like you said, in the long run, I think it's going to have a value, but I don't think the middle fight is going to, like, either one of the teams are going to stomp each other. The first opening kill, like, is going to happen pretty quick, I imagine. And whoever gets the opening kill is going to have the biggest advantage in the middle. And I feel like if B2B are as ballsy to go run with the Affliction Warlock, I feel like they should have switched their comps up a little bit to get a little more drop pressure. Maybe even double Boomkin, like with an FC Boomy, or get some offensive disc pressure like we tried in our game at GSC. I don't know, but let's see how it pans out here in the fight.
Yeah, and immediately the first thing that was really weird in that opening fight is how passive BTB's playing right now, and they're just playing so far back. I don't know why they waited, and now Docleak's taking so much damage. The heals getting pumped into him, a lot of silence coming in from Scope, so they're trying to get early pressure here onto the backline healers of BTB, and a charge going into Sipe, so immediately they're looking for that pre-skill. Sipe's trying to get out of that situation, and the Warriors going to have to push back here, and a lot of rot damage already going into EBLG, and he goes down.
Unbelievable. Surprisingly, actually, I saw a sick fear on the Boomy here on safety. Their BM1 goes down instantly, and that Scope is they're just flopping like birds here. BTB is looking to have the edge here in the middle.
And definitely right now, we see that BTB actually is coming out with that advantage in midfield, which was kind of expected in the longer fight there. In the longer fight it was, EBLG wasn't able to get that early kill. So Spore Druid right now having this early pick for BTB. Right now, Feral Lord is waiting on the floor.
Yeah, and it's a little bit sketchy situation for Feral Lord to pick up the flag here. I don't feel like he wants to pick up the flag. But as soon as his team tells him that the Rogue is escorting their FC, he might be able to give a thumbs up and get the flag and maybe go roof and buy some time for his team to recover here.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that it's, we see Scope coming across here to try to give some assistance to Feral Lord, but honestly, it looks like Feral Lord already going for the pick, and he's taking so much damage. He's getting to pop AGM. He's trying to make it to Scope. If Scope doesn't have a bandage, he could be in trouble. Then aim shot going into him. He's trying to bear for him, and he got one tick of bandage off, but he kind of runs by him. Feral Lord just continuing to run right now. He's got to double back. He's got to start healing himself. I don't know what he expects his Hunter FC to do for him at this point. All the bursts come out, and there's a Swiftman into himself. He's going to bear form it, but Etro going with the AGM 400 health. He gets trying to live. The War Storm coming out. He's going for a regrowth. He's so low. Pumping the regrowth at 500 health. Is he going to live? 900 health. Trying to keep himself topped. That was a way closer call than it needed to be. And immediately, my statement here of Feral Lord being the more experienced FC is in question at this point, because I feel like he could have healed himself way earlier than he was choosing to. you can't really rely on your hunter to do that much for you after, when the hunter burst goes down. He's got to heal himself. But right now, because they're not able to secure that kill on Feral Lord sitting on top here. BTB is getting pushed back. You look for Feral Lord to jump into his team right now. They're in great position to catch him. It doesn't even look like they're going to contest the FC at this point. Dimebeard does go down at this point, though, so EBLG barely holding off as they're trying to get Feral Lord across the field. So BTB actually having a much stronger midfield right now, which is a little bit surprising to me in my opinion. The Affliction Warlock seems to be paying off for them, and honestly, it's just synergy reasons at this point. I think that EBLG is having issues right now just getting fully grouped after this initial wipe in the early going, and they're going to pass the flag up to Scope, who's going to be on the top of GY, so at least a smart defensive play here by EBLG, getting this flag on top of the GY, getting themselves in a safe situation so they can go for a reset. But, Dan, I'll tell you what, man, not as we expected, or at least in my opinion, what I expected out of this game.
Yeah, man. These have been holding their ground here for sure, and definitely trying to prove you wrong and them not being the superior team here. Definitely having a big edge in the middle here. And meanwhile, while I say that, I see Scans being up the Boomkin from EBLG here and trying to make a push on the Sport Druid FC, but that comes out, and I'm surprised that Apnea didn't get caught up stealth there from the trash from Sport Druid, but might have been some delay there. And meanwhile, I love this. Trillium, opener from Scamster comes out to Sport Druid, but that time he's looking to matter. There's not enough stacks to have any impact whatsoever. It's way too early, in my opinion. So instead of push, he's never going to die here. Before turn comes out, but just way too late, and it's not like having an impact on the healer. I don't know, but actually a great push from EBLG here, trying to gain some momentum here. Wait, did I lie? I lied. I'm bad.
The one thing I like about that, the good thing about that push, okay, initially that wasn't a good look. I agree. It wasn't a good look for EBLG there, but what it did is the inexperienced team of BTB just literally sent their entire team back to deal with that.
They lost focus and they had to go, yeah.
Right, and now they're putting themselves in a situation where they can get fully regrouped now, and that's been the biggest issue for them so far in this matchup after that initial mid-clash, is just getting fully grouped. Now they have the flag behind them on top of the GY. If you guys notice, Feral Lord went all the way around. They passed it up from middle GY to the top of GY now, so Feral Lord's in the best position that he can be in.
I totally agree.
Look, Scans is going on the side here looking for a Boomkin opener as well, too. So the Boomkin Rogue in position with 7 stacks here, and this is trouble for BTB because EBLG with stacks is in a defensive position, and with their Boomkin Rogue and stealth, EBLG is a good
opener here. Love QD opens Sergeant and Feral Lord here. The opener from Trillium here goes out. Double Sergeant. Oh, and he's not going to make it, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he had to drop all the way down.
Yeah,
and in the meantime, the Boomkin Rogue opener onto Spore Druid, so he's taking some damage. A bubble coming out for him. Scans pumping damage into him. Satiti trying to come in for some kills. He does get the Rogue down. That's about it.
Yeah.
But actually, that Rogue kill could be really interesting, to be honest. It depends if EBLG is able to hold up here. Feral Lord, I'm not sure if he had to drop all the way down. I felt like maybe he had the feeling that he did not have that line of sight from his healers and felt like he had to jump down. But that's kind of a novice mistake, in my opinion, there. So once again, maybe I'm eating my words so far in the series, but, right now, the Boomkin displacing back into his team, Love Cutie is going to be okay. And they're fully grouped right now, but BTB has gotten fully res. They've got to watch their stack right now because if BTB pushes in here, they are very stacked up as Sham Taunt goes down. They're missing a Shaman. They're 2 healing. Feral Lord's in a very vulnerable position down below. They're going to have to make something happen quick, or BTB is going to take over soon. And right now, the Boomkin, or the BM rather, almost going down in the midfield fight. And we can see on the backside here that Trillium is in position to open on Feral Lord again, but I'm not sure what they're really expecting here. Love Cutie opening as well with the Star Surge. And the opener going on to Feral Lord, he's at 2k health, a lot of damage going into him. They're going to go for the Mongo push, and Feral Lord lining his healers right now. He's trying to come back in. The heal's trying to go off the charge there, and Feral Lord's trying to get out of it. 700 health. He goes down. Gino with the repick, trying to hold off as much as he can. 18 health, going down. Cyberbully with the return. And, folks, that's a cap right here, but keep in mind, Spore Druid had to stay in midfield. Scans is out right now. He's going up the ramp. He's going to have a pick here at least for EBLG. So they've got to respect that at this point. EBLG's got to find a way now to get grouped in this midfield. Don't panic. But right now, I think BTB is handling the situation better than EBLG. They're staying more grouped, even though they lost a few players down in that exchange for the FC. Spore Druid is pushing in with Cyber right now. They're going to go try to get up tunnel quickly.
I love this split, by the way. Cannabis is a little bit too far up in middle, I think. And Etcher should follow Spore Druid up in case, because their scans is there to get the pick. And like Etcher should have already been the flag room at this point, I feel like. But so far, the split from B to B is really, really solid. So I approve. And Trillion out with a 7 scans there. Yeah.
Good Trinket into bear. 13 stacks, so much damage. There's the Displacer already. Apnea is like trying to get to him, but the aim shot going in, I think he's just going to die.
He's toast,
right here.
No healer whatsoever nearby, yeah.
Now, what the better play would have been in that situation is, I think you pretty much, with good coordination, have to realize you're going to forfeit that cap.
I think it's easier to give it up and be ready for a good position and then get a speed cap maybe, or get, like, recover for his team. Like, yeah.
Now they're down their Boomkin in mid, and, like, now they have to hold tunnel position. That's a hard thing to do without your main DPS.
Exactly.
High order here for Korzak and Stevie to land some kills. Blood Elf Silence going in from Korzak. They're trying to hold this tunnel position. In the meantime, we're wondering where is Feral Lord, and he got caught out in tunnel by Trillium. The Displacer coming out. Looks like he's okay for the moment. Trillium going for the reset. So Feral Lord trying to make it out ramp. Can his team hold long enough at tunnel to get him out? And they're doing a pretty solid job right now, to be honest. They're not landing kills, but they're contesting the position. A lot of damage going in to Satiti, and he might just go down, so their BM does go down. Feral Lord coming out the ramp right now. I think they held long enough, but Feral Lord's got to go at this point. He can't wait any longer. He drops down. The Hunters are contesting him. Vangnob putting in some heals, trying to get Feral Lord across. I would just run for it out of bear at this point. You got to move, buddy.
They got a not tunnel vision here from B2B here, because they're not looking to get a kill in UC. Like, there's no way they're killing Feral Lord, so they just have to secure this pick and, like, get a better position. Like, they're dominant in middle, so they just have to play middle. Like, stop diving the UC here and, like, unnecessarily maybe wiping their own team. Just secure the pick and, like, let's say, like 5 minutes left on the clock here. Like, they could look to throw this game, but let's see what happens.
You know, honestly, I think I think Feral Lord's just going to go down here. Trillium.
Wow.
Opening.
Oh,
yeah, that was
sketchy, though,
you know,
I think.
I'm eating my words, man. I'm eating my words so far. I'm thinking that Feral Lord is probably the most experienced FC, is making some vital mistakes so far. Coming out ramp, man, he could have booked it. Like, if he would have just gone in travel form, lived with the fact that he was going to take damage, he could have made it out of there. And now Alexandria is being forced in a spot where he has to kill this FC. Apnea coming in from behind. Scope coming in from below. If they don't kill him, it's a cap. The damage going into him, it's not going to be enough. He makes it to his team. That's a cap. That's a 2-0 game. That's probably secured this game here for BTB.
Yeah. That's too bad. I totally agree with you on Feral Lord there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't, you know, you hate to put it on one person here, but just from the analysis we made of the pre-game speech there, I think Spore Druid's having a much better game so far, and there's just some things that I feel like Feral Lord could be doing a little better to help his team out. But to be completely fair, I just think that there's a little bit of lack of coordination from the entire team of EBLG right now. That just doesn't seem like they're totally on point as a team, as a unit, when they're making these decisions, because, you know, with the Boomkin getting that pick at 13 stacks, like, that's not worth it, dude. He's not going to get out. There wasn't the communication needed or communicated at that point to tell him, hey, you shouldn't get this pick right now, man. So there's just people are missing on all cylinders, in my opinion. And in the meantime, BTB sending their Boomkin up to expedite this return and this grab here. They're going to try to rush it to Spore Druid on the other side. In the meantime, Feral Lord is stealthing at second floor. Echo is already on defense. The question is, where is Trillium? Trillium is lurking to support his FC Love Cutie, opening on Alexandria. So the 2 Hunters here to contest and then pass into Spore Druid. So Spore Druid might be able to make it away here, but he's got 2 Hunters and the Rogue's near him. I just think the Rogue's been a little bit behind, and if he can get an opener, he does go down, but will the return be there? It's going to be a close call, and Apnea does get the returns. So a good save, but I think it's a little too late there. To be completely honest with you, too, as well, I just think that the objective play from BTB, or from EBLG, from EBLG has been questionable this game as well, too, considering that they're struggling in mid. I feel like if you're struggling in mid, that's, you know, it feels like a novice mistake here for EBLG, which is a little surprising to me, because I think that I expected them to come in with a little bit more cleaned up routines due to the practice they were getting this week. But we'll see what happens here. I don't think that they're going to be able to get a cap. BTB may be able to take this 3-0, but I'm not sure EBLG can even get one cap at this point. They do have Feral Lord getting this pick, but keep in mind, it's a TD had to come help him, and a Shaman has to come help him, and he actually might die. The off is coming into Feral Lord right now. He's going in bear form.
He's going to be fine, yeah.
He's just
But
having a hard time. Cannabis getting this pick here, but he's recognizing that he needs to go back into the base maybe and meet up, go a different route. Scans lurking in flag room right now. And yeah, it looks like most of BTB has pushed into the base, and they're going to just hold this flag in the enemy base. They're not looking for 3. They're going to live with the fact that EBLG has the pick, and they're not really going to be able to do much with it. So this is going to be a move on, reflect and move on game here for EBLG. And hats off to BTB. From the opening get-go, man, like just even the initial mid-clash, like the way they were positioning, like they were playing so passively, I'm really surprised. I don't know, maybe it's part of the game plan, man. I was a little surprised with how they came out, but they just had the better game so far. So we'll see if that continues on in the series. You know, as a captain myself and participating in this tournament, I would say that the way that BTB just won this game with a 2-0 win, convincingly in midfield, very convincingly objectively, I just think that they're probably going to 2-0 now. And that's so weird because I immediately thought that EBLG was going to win the series. But with the way that BTB just won this game and the lack of what I saw from EBLG, more or less, is kind of why I changed, mid analysis changing my opinion here. I mean, that was a definitive win by BTB. That was
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't a 3-0 game, but it was, I mean, let's just look at the scoreboard, man. Like, this alone, right here, your boy Steve had 15 killing blows, and I'm really not sure that EBLG had 15 killing blows at all.
Not whatsoever. Not even remotely close. What I'm surprised by is the Affliction Warlock is above their Boomian damage, and I fucking like that, man. Go Affliction Warlock.